Pokemon? Pokemon! It's the thing! Hello everybody, my name is JohnnyFerno. Welcome to the next reaction video where this time around we're going to be watching another video from the Wambu himself, which is top 30 favorite Pokemon. I've seen through the veil. Yes, you are! This will not make sense for those who are watching the video. I'm probably editing this part out, but looks in the chest, he's trying to Pokemon! That would look so strange if you were here on the stream. But it's gonna look hopefully nice when the video is edited. Future me. Remember good okay, goddamn Susan. Every time with this. But yes. Today we're watching top 30 favorite Pokemon. Now Pokemon is the thing that I am very fond of. I love it very much. And remember, ban him on Twitch. Hopefully this time this video is not gonna become 2 hours again like last time. So I designed this new countdown to violate Twitch TOS in the first minute. God dang it, Wambu. But if you're ready, my dear friends, let us watch top 10 and top 30 favorite Pokemon by Wambu. Let's go. Oh, I can see what you mean because of the music.
Strong Pokemon.
Hopefully,
weak Pokemon. That is
hopefully
only the
they will be okay with it.
perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with my favorites. Mine specifically. Don't even bother having your own opinion. I've got this, okay? It's fine. Howdy doody, everyone. Wambu here.
Howdy
a lot
doody.
of people have said to me over the years, you know, you're a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it hits like a devastating truth bomb every single time. Despite that, I've only really talked about Pokemon once on my channel, and I didn't even...
Oh yeah, you only have talked about it once. For some reason in my head, for some reason in my head, I always think that you have like made like 1 or 2 lists, but no. The franchise you made most lists about is Kirby. It's actually kind of funny. Never really thought about that until now.
even look like this at the time. It's kind of fucked up. I'm like legally owned by this franchise, sort of.
I think I actually saw the video in my recommended today. Oh, good. Then you're watching it now. I did the collab with Ari, but that wasn't much. That is true. I think that's why it was in my mind, because you were doing stuff with Ari on her channel. I think that was why.
Sorta, probably. How can any trainer become truly skilled when they don't even know my favorites? That's the dilemma we're solving today. The top 30 Pokemon of all time, according to Wambu. Couple stipulations. One, this is not a power ranking. These are the 30 Pokemon that are the most special to me for whatever reason. Two, there were a lot of contenders I had to cut. Like, way too many. We've had some truly amazing mons over the years, and there's no way I'd be able to talk about every single one I've ever loved. So what I'll do is every time...
He going on a walk all over the place. It will support him every step of the way. Anyway.
Time I reach my favorite Pokemon from a particular generation, I'll reveal some honorable mentions from that same generation that were contenders, but ultimately no way I'd be able to talk about every single one I've ever loved. So what I'll do is every time I reach my favorite Pokemon from a particular generation, I'll reveal some honorable mentions from that same generation that were contenders but ultimately missed the list. Now that begs the question, were there any generations that didn't land a single Pokemon in my top 30? So here's a list of
Yikes. Poor Gen 8. Like, it has some good mons. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, rip Gen 8.
Pokemon I really like. None of them made the list, but Hatterene, the Apple Dragons, Ice-Q, they were all pretty close. Pay no attention to the pre-list hot take in the corner there. Don't even acknowledge it. In fact, it's gone now. And now you don't even remember it. At least you better not. Now let's jump right in, shall we?
Okay, I will try. Okay, I will make this prediction. It's gonna be a wild prediction. I'm probably very, very wrong. Your #1 spot. It's gonna be a Gen 1 Pokemon. I will predict. Oh, I missed a gag. Wait. Oh God! That's an image.
there. Don't even acknowledge it. In fact, it's gone now, and now you don't even remember it. At least you better not. Now let's jump right in, shall we?
But yes, prediction, your top Pokemon is going to be a Gen 1 one. I don't know why, but it's just the vibes I'm getting.
Eh?
I could be totally wrong. Don't tell me, obviously.
I like the Ultra Beasts quite a bit, to the point where I once thought about ranking their different Ultra Space worlds. Let me know if you want me to make that video so many years too late.
Wait, do we know enough about each of the Ultra Beast worlds to, like, probably, like, rank them? Or would it just be based on, like, looks and vibes? Also, I'm getting darker. Yay, that helped a little bit.
With me for just a second. The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, I swear this is going somewhere, is a Japanese folk story about Princess Ka.
Oh, as a lover of Gen 7, please do. But is this, it's probably just maybe based on impression we get from visiting them. That's fair enough. But alright, I can already see where you're going with this, with Celestial, being based on the Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, because, like, flying up into space, the princess ended up going back to the moon, and her arms, like, she basically looks like a spaceship, and if I remember correctly, some of her arms are, like, kind of bamboo in design, so I can see where you're going.
Kaguya, who was discovered in a bamboo stalk as a baby.
Don't worry, the myth nerd here is with you.
And later discovered to be sent from the moon. Studio Ghibli did a movie about it, and if you're a terrible little gamer, Okami referenced it directly.
Yeah,
Game Freak decided their version of Kaguya would be a genderless bamboo space shuttle. It's big, it's strange, it's important, and it's unexpectedly adorable. When you encounter it in-game...
I had never really looked at it closely. I did not realize it had that long of a neck. On its main body looks like a traditional Japanese. I have never looked at this design more closely. I have just realized. Yeah, it has a face. The body looks like a like a kimono. The bamboo, like, yeah. I have never really looked at this one closely. Susie, this is a Ultra Beast from Gen 7. Ultra Beasts are basically like aliens or extra-dimensional beings. This is why, like, they look so weird.
It says
Shiningly,
so I named it that. Give it a deceptively good move pool and a great typing, and
Shiningly
is so utterly perfectly Wambu core. And we've still got 29 to go, so let that speak volumes for the rest of the list.
Also, I appreciate you played DuckTales Moon theme in the background. That theme is legendary. Aegislash, good one. Is Pokemon Rumble good? It's basically like Pokemon League of Legends, right? Is it good?
Aegislash. Aegislash? Aegislash. Why did I do that? Was like a dream come true for teenage Wambu and a nightmare come to life for anyone who cared about competitive balance at the time. Prior to Gen 6, Ghost Steel was an amazing little what-if typing, and nowadays it has a 100% annoying fucker hit rate. The difference is one of them is awesome, and the other one looks like the cinnamon stick from the Apple Jacks commercials. This is why I'm rooting for Ghost Rock nowadays. Thanks to Zero Kirby for helping me make this design, by the way. He's a little dinosaur fossil, and he got all messed up during resurrection. It's all.
Aww, poor little guy got resurrected in toxic waste. Look at him. Look at the poor boy.
Awesome. I digress. With Goldengo, his signature ability and move are dummy good in a way that feels kind of arbitrary and doesn't really mechanically wrap back to its concept at all. Aegislash, on the other hand, feels like it was made with a lot of creative ambition. The idea of a ghostly sword that could switch between hyper offense and hyper defense on the fly was just so cool and different, and very annoying to fight, but so satisfying to use. If you hated this Pokemon in its heyday, then you hated me, and quite frankly, I deserved that. Here I come, I am Cinnamon.
Wambu. God dang it. Oh, Galvantula. So cute. I love it.
Pokemon Black and White went crazy loony bonkers with its bug types, I swear.
Yeah.
In 2011, the undisputed worst competitive type ascended to new heights before reaching the peak of still the worst, I think, but it's a contest now.
Susie is suffering in the chat.
at least. And that's why Gen 5 bug types gotta be one of my favorite genders. And of all the ones to pick for this list, I think I chose the simplest fella of the bunch. Galvantula is a big yellow tarantula. Literally the first thing I would think of if you told me to think of an electric bug. And that's kind of why it feels right at home in a franchise like Pokemon.
But Susie, remember, like Wambu said, there's no other opinions but his. His is the only legit one. Sorry.
It might not necessarily be greater than the sum of its parts, but it's just a fun Pokemon to use with a charming design that gets a couple little extra tools to stand out from the average special sweeper. It gets a super crippling entry hazard in Sticky Web, its Compound Eyes ability allows it to reliably use Thunder instead of Thunderbolt. It has a decent offensive move pool, but most importantly, it's a very, very cute spider, so I'm happy to bring it on board whenever. What you see is exactly what you get, and while I might only have 2 little eyes in comparison to this guy, I thankfully love what I see regardless. Actually, hold on, let me just... Yep, still awesome.
Hell yeah. Spider Wambu. Oh, it's Crafty. The little rapscallion.
Scrafty's my fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's got tall hair and a cool hoodie. I trust him with my life. I like punk.
Yeah.
I love hip-hop. Of course, Wambu's gonna love the lizard that turned its own molted skin into drip. I want to wear molted skin. And if you want to help me achieve my dream of wearing molted skin by donating your own molted skin, you can not... Don't do that. That's weird. Scrafty could have been straight...
Wambu, should we be worried? Should we be worried about do not give me your skin. Well said.
Ass, and I would still let him hang. But thankfully, what we got was a super versatile fighting type with coverage for days. An offensive, moxie-boosted monster, a defensive intimidator, or a chill setup shedskin snoozer. I'm actually kind of amazed that I said that on the first try. Setup shedskin sletup snoozer. I'm actually monster, a defensive intimidator, or a chill setup shedskin snoozer. I'm actually kind of amazed.
That was actually, that was your first take. That was actually pretty amazing. Well done.
That I said that on the first try. Setup shedskin sletup snedskin. I can't say it now. And thanks to the dark type, it
boy, Susie, the band flamer, please.
Won't take shit from any psychic mind games or ghostly trickery. If you were like me and you took this guy to the black and white endgame, then you enjoyed the easiest Elite Four of your life.
Really?
Unfortunately, a gen later, Game Freak introduced a new type specifically designed to vaporize my boy. It sucks and
boy. Oh wait, can you not see it? The band flamer. Can you not see the oh wait, one moment, let me take care of it. Huh, okay, I guess it was hidden from you guys because I could see it. Wait, can I... God damn it. No, go away. There we go. Oh, you're on mobile. Okay, that's maybe it. Okay, back to it.
Definitely makes Scrafty that much easier to counter, but when the fighting style is this fun and the vibe produced a new type specifically designed to vaporize my boy. It sucks and definitely makes Scrafty that much easier to counter, but when the fighting style is this fun and the vibes are this immaculate, damn right I'm gonna keep riding for him.
Like, Scrafty looks right at home in Team Skull. Like, the vibes check out. It's so good. Wambu, I love your pick so far. Next entry is a weird. Oh, look, we love our weird picks. We love our weird picks. Iron Treads. I mean, no, I said we stand by weird picks. We love weird picks. Let me hear you out. Let me hear you out. Let me hear you out. I didn't expect a Paradox Pokemon, to be honest.
The heart wants what it wants, and on particularly weird occasions, it wants a mechanical roly boy. I apologize for my mistakes. I will do them again. The funny thing is, I generally tend to align with the opinions of the future Paradox critics. I think it's kind of boring that a lot of them are just robotic versions of pre-existing Pokemon, and I don't know why they're all iron. Like, does the Pokemon universe just have the 2 metals? What's going on here, guys? And though Treads is inarguably a good battler, if you want a cool and imposing imposing new form of Donphan. Great Tusk is right there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about treads that I think all of y'all are sleeping on. It's kind of shaped like a friend. It's cute, guys. I swear I'm not crazy.
It is very huggable. I will give you that. It's very hug-shaped. It's very friendly hug-shaped. I will give you that.
I'm not crazy. He's cute. Some mons really don't click until you use them in action, and Iron Treads was the quintessential example of that for me. It's just a spherical little guy who's optimized for
spherical!
rolling. I love its tiny little legs, its metal flaps, how it rolls around everywhere, causing it to occasionally wave dash. And I let out the most audible "aw" the first time I saw its little smiley eyes. I was just so caught off guard by how charming I found it. Every mon is loved by somebody, right? I'll be the guy who loves Iron Treads.
Yeah, that is generally, like, I was about to say the meme, but the general, like, logic that every single Pokemon has a fan, even if it's only one. Every Pokemon has a fan. There are some that I cannot comprehend that has any fans whatsoever, but there must be one for everyone. My friend Waves for Pokemon is Quillfish. I mean, for Quillfish, I can still kind of see it. The little face, like the spikes, the pufferfish thing, like I can see that. Yeah, I saw the Quillfish as well, but yeah, I can see it for What is what I really cannot see? Oh, well, I guess Luftis can still be a fan because, like, some would find it being cute with, like, its heart shape and stuff. Oh, there's some fish Pokemon that I cannot imagine having fans because they're simply just fish. Like, there's nothing special about them. I don't remember what their names are, and that may be adding to it. Monkeys from Gen 5? No, I can still imagine them having fans because Monkey. For many people, that's enough. Monkey.
I'll take that bullet for the fandom. See, now it's official. Also,
but first off, hi Nas. That Wambu, that looks like you're trying to go like tech goth. Like, oh, you don't understand me, comment section. You don't understand my pics. Oh,
ow. And yeah, this is my...
You look like you're about to listen to futuristic Panic at the Disco.
My favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, which means I can show you the list of Paldea contenders.
Ah, that was it for Paldea. Okay, let me see. Skeldurge, that would be my top pick. I love my little crocodile boy. Okay, Lokix, yeah. Garganacl. Tinkaton, that's a lot of fun. I'll smash it with a hammer. That's a fun one. Skeldurge, top pick, yeah. Glamora, okay, Houndstone, Clodsire. Wait, Clodsire's not on the list, but it's the boy, it's the baby, it's the giant pillow, the Clodsire. Slitherwing, Roaring Moon, Hydrapple, and Ogerpon. I do not remember, but he perfect, yeah. Oi, he is such a guy. Alright, let's go.
That just missed.
Also, only honorable mention. It's totally right. It's Wambu. And Wambu, just want to say, like, I hope, like, I can speak for all of us when we say, like, when we react like this, it's mostly out of, like, both love and jokes. And I hope that we don't, like, do it too much. Like, you're free to say if we're like, overdoing it.
A spot. Lokix, in particular, was maybe the most painful cut on this list. You could consider him number 31. Unfortunately, I haven't really...
Lokix is low-key devilish. Like, those kicks can really do a lot.
Loved the main game since Gen 7, so Galar and Paldea kinda had a disadvantage here. If anything, let it show that even in the dodgiest generations, there's a lot of individual Pokemon to love. Alright, let's move on.
Let's go. Top pick. I don't care if it's 25, but yes, my old boy's on the list. Yes, my freaking starter for Sun and Moon. Thank you.
Okay, we're back on track. Y'all are cool with this one, right? This is a good take? Okay, Decidueye does two things really well competitively. Jack and pace. But what it lacks in competitive viability, it makes up for by pandering really, really hard to me. An adorable squish bird that, depending on what game you're...
The Borb. The little Borb.
playing drops its flying type to become either a ghost type ranger that uses its own plumage as a makeshift bow, or a fighting type ronin that fucks dudes up with the power of its funny little feet. Yeah, that line doesn't sound weird. I'm happy with the things I've written today, I guess. I once ranked all the starters alongside Aramau, the fiery secretary. I loved it.
I watched that video, and it was a lot of fun.
Back then, and now that it's got another, more autumnal form, I love it even more. It's two amazing archetypes embodied in one special little bird, and I'll always adore Sage for that. Green Hood or Red Casa. That's what it's called, okay? It's not just a hat, it's a specific type of hat. All I gotta say from here, though, is thank God for Pokken and Unite existing. If it's not gonna kick ass in the main game, it at least gets to kick ass somewhere, okay?
It's so fucking cool. So good.
More than just two stars sandwiched together, Starmie is actually based on the iconography of the Mesopotamian goddess Inanna. And now, you guys who claim Starmie's design to be uncreative feel like chumps. As you should.
Okay, 2015.
The voice and mic quality, not quality. Damn, Wambu, your past voice quality was low. But then just listening to you back then, listening to you now is such a big difference. And also, I relate. Sometimes I watch some of my past reactions out of curiosity, and I cringe at myself. My voice quality was abysmal, can't be real. Oh man, I'm glad you upgraded your voice, Wambu. It's very good.
Wambu, I'm a level with you. You're a good boy, and you're gonna do amazing things in your future.
Yeah.
Also, shut the fuck up! You didn't know about that until making this list either, you pretentious little hat man. That's not why you like Starmie. Okay, it's been 10 years. Time to show me how it's done.
Starmie is, like, it is a kind of a unique pick, because I don't see many people talking about Starmie, even if it's videos talking about Gen 1 Pokemon. I don't see many people talking about Starmie, so this is a very cool pick. And yeah, Starmie is really freaking cool. I loved seeing it in the anime when I was younger. That sentence just hurt me.
Mesopotamian goddess.
I love that it goes, yeah!
Jesus Christ. Starmie is a fantastic Pokemon because it's got a killer design, it throws its own body around like a shuriken, and in battle it can do pretty much everything, spitting in the face of all conventions, including gender. Possibly the first sleeper amazing Mon I ever discovered. It has good speed, good special attack, and the most bizarrely diverse move pool. Being both a starfish and a gem apparently gives it the leeway to fire off thunderbolts, ice beams, and flash cannons. It can set up trick rooms, screens, rain, it can change its own type, it can just straight up heal, and yeah, it's squishy, it's not amazingly
Look at it go! Helicopter! Also, I had no idea that Starmie was that versatile when it moves. I had no idea.
Powerful, and it's fast, but not the fastest. Still, it took like 7 generations for this thing to finally be power crept out of the OU tier. And who knows what kind of shenanigans it could have gotten up to if it was actually in Generation 9. Someday, we may just see the salty Starmie run back. And personally, I think Pokemon will be all the better for it.
Hell yeah. Also, I think I've seen some theories say that Starmie is like, Starmie and Staryu are like aliens, or something like that. Araquanid! I used this one in Sun and Moon. It's really good. That bubblehead does a lot.
No, come back. I have stuff to say, actually.
What was that?
Originally, I thought Galvantula would be the highest rated unexpected bug type to land on here, but I don't know. I think I've just been waiting to love a fully evolved water bug type since Surskit didn't really fully commit to the bit back in Gen 3. And while Araquanid isn't as cute as Galvantula or as
it sounds like you're trying to make your own version of a Reggie.
as cool as his fellow Alola water bug Golisopod, he brought his own uniquely mesmerizing weirdness I grew to love more. I saw the terror it calls a face, and I said, oh yeah, That's a good boy. And I love taking it into battle too. It's a weird guy, but for a liquidy spoder, it's deceptively solid. It's in OU.
Sounds like Portia told us it did peanuts. It really does.
Right now for being a good sticky web setter that also counters the tier's top players. But I think you right now. Weird guy, but for a liquidy spoder, it's deceptively solid. It's in OU right now for being a good sticky web setter that also counters the tier's top players. But I think what really keeps it afloat is its unique ability, Water Bubble. Wanna know what this does? Here's the description. Araquanid is a bubble-blowing beast that will beat senseless every bum-ass baby in the battle. That's what it says, okay? Look it up.
What?
I would never spread false information on the internet. Your babies are just bum-ass. Jokes aside,
That's a lot of glasses, Wambu. That's a lot of glasses.
Water Bubble is basically 3 abilities mashed into one. An immunity to burn, half damage from opposing fire attacks, and double damage on its own water attacks. This ability would go absolutely buck wild on a Pokemon that doesn't live and die by its special.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of it's more of a special tank. But if you can, yeah. I forgot what I was trying to say. What's so hard?
Defense of all things, but for Araquanid, just throw liquidation on it and it'll get stuff done. That's just how it be, man. Bring an awesome concept, playstyle, and design to the table, and I can adore some mons despite relying on pretty much one move for damage. And that's why Typhlosion is number 13. Don't tell anyone else though, okay? That'll be our secret for now.
Okay. Don't tell anyone, chat. Don't tell anyone. Shh. Don't tell anyone, chat. Don't tell anyone about that. That'll be our little secret. Secret! Oh, first off, Umbreon. Second, oh my god, how did it go? It's like, it's a secret, can you keep it? Da, 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 da. That was a useless reference. Let's move on. Umbreon!
Guess what, goof butt? I love the evolutions.
Same.
All of them. All
Same.
8 of the colorful quadrupeds.
Love
and
it.
yes, I'm counting black as a color. If you have a problem with that, take it up with the barrel end of my Glock. I obtained illegally registered firearms, and I am scared to use them, so don't.
Also, oh yeah, black isn't considered a color? It's considered like an absence of color, isn't that right? Seriously, you're the artist here. Is it true? Because I keep forgetting that if black is considered a color or not. Or if it's just considered like an absence of color. If that makes sense.
Don't push me. Umbreon is the only evolution to not put a single shred of effort into its base offensive stats. If all the other evolutions are exercising at the gym, Umbreon is the guy who claims to be mentally exercising at the library. Getting hit by Umbreon is like getting hit by a balloon. You might not even notice when it's happening to you. And because
The typical strategy I've heard of to go with Umbreon is that just, people say it's a shade, but like, piss off, it's a color. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. But yeah, the typical strategy people do with Umbreon is minimize lots of defense, special defense, and toxic stall.
Because of that, it seems to sort of struggle in most early game adventures. This fact, however, taught a very young Womboy an important Pokemon lesson, especially with Colosseum being one of my first Pokemon games. Not every Pokemon needs to be a bulldozer. It's less of a fighter and more of a cleric. I don't know, I'm not a big D&D guy. Don't correct me on this.
I would... my mind would say a paladin, but even paladins can like really trump some face with their smites. Oh, don't. What? What?
This, or I will cry about it.
Okay. I'll keep the D&D nerd in check. Don't worry.
Is give its defenses some time to develop, and by late game, its sheer endurance becomes a defensive pillar for your team. And thankfully, it has a number of support options to build around, like Toxic Stalling, or Wish Protection, or Heal Bell. A while ago, I did a randomizer race of Pokemon Emerald with my buddy Wave, and Rats, the Umbreon, started off underpowered compared to the rest of the team, but ended up as the undisputed MVP of my Elite Four run. That's Umbreon in a nutshell to me. Just keep it away from Taunt You users or be prepared for an intimate relationship with the swap Pokemon button.
It's like, yeah, keep it away from taunt users and I forgot the name for it, but the thing that basically swats stats. Like switches stats between the two Pokemon. Keep away from those as well. Oh no, wait, Trick Room. Trick Room, because if I remember correctly, Trick Room basically like reverts. No, it doesn't. Why am I talking like I know Pokemon? I don't know Pokemon. Metagross at 21. Oh, Trick Room switches speeds. Also, Metagross at 21. That honestly surprises me. That honestly surprises me. Because Metagross is like top tier. So like, okay. Metagross is just fucking awesome.
Metagross? I don't think so. I think I meta beautiful. Gorgeous! Gorgeous! Does anyone anywhere dislike Metagross? Don't answer that, by the way. If the answer is yes, then
all these mons are 10-10, all I think is yeah. it is basically it.
keep it to yourself and know that I don't fuck with you. If you're at all familiar with computers, you know that they are incredible machines.
Based NCIS reference. Just saying, based
Machines that contain incomprehensible levels of information. Also, they're fucking dumb. They're so fucking stupid. They're dumb and stupid and bad.
Wait, you sent me down a research rabbit hole in regards to Black Beacon Color. HS! I activated the TISM. I activated that curiosity.
Metagross, however, is built different. Much like humans, Metagross has a brain in each leg, and then there are 4 of them. Bad science aside, Metagross is fucking peak. A vicious supercomputer with 135 base attack before the Mega Evolution. An ability that prevents its stats from—
Metagross was one of those Pokemon that did not need a Mega Evolution at all. But we welcomed it with open arms.
From lowering, and a killer offensive move pool. There's really not much that Metagross isn't at least a little equipped to deal with. Speaking personally, it's one of the first steel types I ever dedicated myself to training, and to this day I consider it one of the big reasons I love the steel type so much. Surprisingly, however, it's actually not my favorite pseudo-legendary.
I didn't even find the poem in my Emerald playthrough. Isn't, I believe its first evolution is Speldum. Oh, please correct me if I'm wrong on that. But isn't its first evolution like really hard to find, or you can only find it like real late game? Isn't that the deal with it? Because it's a pseudo legendary.
In the franchise, want to know who is? Not my favorite pseudo legendary in the franchise. Want to know who is? Because I'm gonna talk about him in the entry after this one. I wanted to put them next to each other and then
classy.
This fucking happened. Rest in peace to the sensible pacing of this video. I hardly knew you, and I've already forgotten why I'm here. Hey, a pumpkin!
Hey! Oh, Gorgeist! I really like Gorgeist. Like, I want to play Gen 6 again so I can play, like, because I believe Gorgeist debuts in Gen 6. And I want to play with, like, the pumpkins. I want to play with the spooky trees. Because Gen 6 had a lot of awesome ghost types. I want to, if I could, I would make, like, a mono ghost type run of Gen 6. Because there were so many cool ghost types in that game.
You guys should have seen me back in like 2013. If I was a little incessant in gassing up Starmie, I was just a full-on walking billboard for Gorgeist. This fella got barely any love, and I needed the whole world to know how cool I thought this Pokemon.
I love the 2 response I got to that thought. Do it, stream it.
was. And you know what? Gorgeist is a fun enough mon that I actually nabbed a few converts. Nowadays, I do get why it's not really acknowledged much. It's never been good in top competitive play, and culturally, it's kinda overshadowed by Decidueye, Trevenant, and even its own pre-Evo. But back then, I really felt like I struck my own little pocket of gold, and deep down, I still have a bit of hope. I I think Gourgeist wears the grass ghost typing better than any of the others. I really adore Decidueye, don't get me wrong, but he's also a pretty straightforward attacker, and these are like the two most annoying types in the whole series. I want to be throwing out seeds and subs and statuses and synthesis. I want to switch a bunch of items around and disappear at random. I want to be a little rascally varmint or a big ol' wall stall, and when I do finally go down, I want to take them to hell with me.
Hell yeah.
Gourgeist is the annoyance I crave. It's hard to predict, and with the size changing mechanic, it's pretty modular too. It's a gimmick, sure, but it's a gimmick I get.
I never really knew much about Gourgeist. I just knew that I loved the design, the little pumpkin thing it had going on, and his previous evolution was adorable as hell. So yeah, I'm learning things. Thank you for teaching me, Professor Wambu.
Okay, we're back on track. Now it's time to talk about my favorite pseudo-legendary.
Aye.
On one hand, there's Metagross, who's amazing, and I love Generation 3. But on the other hand, I love Generation 3.
Ah, Salamence! Good pick.
Plot twist of the century. The other hand was the one hand the whole
Damn.
time. The only generation that brought two pseudo-legendaries to the table also brought in my two favorite ones. To be fair, Tyranitar, Garchomp, Hydreigon, and Goodra, they're all honorable mentions. I love those guys. But Salamence reigns supreme in my mind. I feel like there's kind
Hey, if you ever run into a Palkia, you'll be ready. That's a Jaden Animations joke. Watch her videos if you don't.
a Venn diagram when it comes to enjoyers of the dragon type between those that prefer the more cool, badass dragons and those that love the cuter or sillier ones. I definitely dabble with both personal
Quickly go back.
drag diagram when it comes to enjoyers.
Wait, Metagross and Tyranitar are the only pseudo legendaries aren't dragon type. Oh yeah, Tyranitar isn't a dragon type. I keep thinking that he is, but he isn't. No.
Of the dragon type between those that prefer the more cool, badass dragons and those that love the cuter or sillier ones.
Yeah.
I definitely dabble with both personally, but I lean on the side of the badass.
I personally sort of lean towards the more badass side as well, but I do also love the goofy ones. Oh, I forgot to touch on this on the list, but Salamance's text entry mentioned that it basically willed itself into growing wings, and that's why its evolution all looks so different. Really? I did not know that fact. That's hardcore. Also, I love that you gave Salamence the shades and the Glock. To all the gun nuts in the chat that's about to freak out, I know it's not a Glock. I think. It wanted to be a dragon so bad it changed its own biology. That is cool. I did not know that.
So Salamence being one of the most dragon-looking dragons in the franchise won me over so quickly, and I have a lot of sentimentality for it too, both as the first dragon I well and truly fell in love with, and as the first Pokemon I ever successfully EV trained. And I'm really glad I started with it, because Salamence isn't just dummy strong, it's versatile. Good stats across the board, a great offensive move pool, both on the physical and special end, two really good abilities to choose from, recovery, setup moves, and even some support here and there. Just an amazingly cool dragon that can do like a million different things. Some think it overrated. I think them's just jealous.
Oh, damn. Salami. Oh, Cacturn! I don't remember which YouTuber it was. It was another countdown maker. But they talked about how this was basically the source of childhood horror from Pokemon. Because they read about how Cacturn like stalks people through the desert and waits for them to get tired and stuff. It's really, and also just really cool. I love how this one looks. I got permission from Jerry Terry to use the song. Cool.
I just made a very niche section of the viewers extremely happy, and everyone else very confused. But come on now, this isn't surprising. Cacturn is green, spooky, and has a cool hat. Literally my three favorite pronouns. And on an even more personal level, Cacturn was maybe the first conventionally bad Pokemon I ever used competitively.
Really?
It's a glass cannon. Its offensive stats are surprisingly great, but it gets one-shotted by a hangnail. Not inherently terrible on its own, but speed is the sauce on the glass cannon pizza, and we are sadly sauceless. It's so
Oh, wait. Let me look at those stats again. Let me look at those stats. Come on, go back. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like, I know it's a cactus, but that speed. Oh, wow. Like, I am not a competitive player by any means, but even I can say, yikes, those defenses won't do anything.
It's so tragic, especially given its infamously creepy dex entry about stalking prey all night and partying every day. Cacturn, you talked up a big game just to go down like your ass hurts.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a mon to carry you in the right context, though. Swords Dance, Sucker Punch, slap on a Focus Sash, and we can work with that. Nowadays, that combo is very typical, but back in Gen 4, it was just funny because people didn't expect Cacturn of all mons to be a surprise sweeper. My longest ever Battle Frontier streak in Pokemon Platinum had Cacturn as the lead. And I'm
Really?
being so real here, I swear this happened. As my dad always says, I'm being dead ass. It reached a point where the game literally kept trying to algorithmically counter me by having every trainer lead off with a fucking Moltres. It's maybe the only time in my entire history of playing Pokemon that the game struggled to mathematically cheat me into defeat. That experience, along with the many times I trolled my friends.
Oh, what in the world is that? That must be a new thing. I have not seen what that is. But the game, like, kept trying to beat you, and you said, "Nuh-uh, Cacturn goes brr."
Friends with this guy, cemented Cacturn as a forever fave of mine. If I see a ragtag group of these guys in the nighttime desert, I'm busting out a bunch of sashes and we're all going Moltres hunting.
I have not seen all of the newest Gen 9 Pokemon, clearly. Ninjas!
We're really on a hoeing streak right now, huh?
Also realize you really love your bugs, Wambu. You really love your bugs. Which, like, I don't blame you. Bugs are really cool.
Galvantula and Araquanid were my top 2 bugs for a while, with Ninjask sitting pretty at number 3, but then something happened. It grew on me. That's what happened. Let's visit the glass pizza again for a second, because that was clearly a good metaphor. Because now it's got notably less cheese and a boatload of sauce. And
Oh, good. Good lord. It's nothing but speed with the tiniest bit of attack. Look at that. It has even less survivability. Good lord.
and every turn, this fella uses Sauce Boost to add even more sauce to this pile of saucy glass. It's just way, way, way too much
Beep,
sauce.
beep.
Ninjask is so fast. It's not the fastest
Oh, I just wondered, did you happen to watch Jane's video of home? No, I have not seen that one yet. I will at some point.
Pokemon, but like, yeah, it is. Anything that does outspeed it won't for very long.
Good
and thus it's my
lord.
go-to mon when I want to put bugs into people's brains, which I very often do. It's another mind gamesy fellow is what I'm saying. No one wants Ninjask to be out in battle for long because it can become swole so quickly, and from there it'll either start sweeping the dust from the creaky ass floor that is your team, or if the format allows, pass the boosts onto someone else. There are admittedly a lot of counters to this: Stealth Rock, statuses, Trick Room, and priority moves, but
Okay, just quickly, I love seeing people in the chat hearing some of the, like, the music you use, and like, oh hey, it's that the music. I love seeing that. So good, so cool.
Ninjask has fantastic scouting tools in Protect and U-Turn, plus items like Focus Sash or Heavy Duty Boots can help minimize the weaknesses a bit. It's the kind of mon that forces your opponent to reveal their hand and quickly rewards you for successfully navigating the inevitable counterplays that come your way.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Ninjask, the best bug and worst pizza I've ever described.
Oh boy. Also, I love how you use Slowpoke as the transition screen. I love that. Oh, I love that. First off, Mimikyu at number 16. Bold choice, my friend. But I also love how, like, as it faced between Mimikyu and Pikachu, the title did as well. That was a really, really good touch. Top shit, Wambu. Oh god, did anyone remember when Mimikyu was like, first off, comments? Sorry, I'm pausing so much. I like to ramble. Did anyone remember that when Gen 7 came out, and everyone was falling in love over Mimikyu, and Pokemon released a goddamn song about Mimikyu? Did anyone remember that? That was so goddamn cute and made people just cry more for this poor little thing.
Does anyone anywhere dislike Mimikyu? Once again, don't actually tell me.
Yeah, yeah, Susie, yeah. They basically released a song that was like Mimikyu's backstory. It's so good.
If your answer is yes, then I want you to step on burning Legos with your bare feet. I don't think I need to take a lot of time to explain this one. Mimikyu is lovable in so many immediately obvious ways. It's not just a great Pokemon, it's a great character.
Yeah.
A grim twist on the series mascot became quite possibly the most distinct personality any individual Mon has had in years.
It was, oh god, good time to pause. Mimikyu was basically the biggest twist we had on the Pikachu clone, because every other generation we had a Pikachu clone. We had a little rodent of some kind that used electricity powers. Also, I just realized my waiter has been open this entire time. One moment. Sorry, neighbors. But yeah, the Mimikyu was basically Gen 7's Pikachu clone, and it's like the most it was a legitimate Pikachu clone. Oh, it had one besides Mimikyu? I don't remember which one that was then.
Apparently, this jelly little freak is too horrifying to look at in its normal form, so it dons a goofy little Pikachu disguise in order to be more approachable.
Oh,
in battle,
to be
this
more-
translates to
right,
taking a
right,
free
right.
hit and watching the disguise go bebunk. It's basically a free turn of setup. Yet another busted
Oh yeah. Free turn to just do a boost move, basically.
ability given to a Mon packing an oddly large amount of zinc. This is a weird pattern with you, Gen 7. And if all that alone wasn't thematically delightful enough, for a Mon that wanted to be Pikachu so badly, it didn't even end up being the Pikachu clone of the Alola region.
that is.
That's part of what makes Mimikyu's real-life popularity feel so poetic, though. He wasn't even in the ballpark of the guy it was imitating. But for me, and many others, the Pokemon largely defined by what it's not became all the more special for what it is.
And plus, Mimikyu's trial, like it's what's it called, like Captain Trials or something in Gen 7, what's maybe the best one, just because of the whole scenery and the vibes. Really good. Chat, shut up. Comments, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Wambu's probably about to say the same. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, it's another guy who landed on my Kanto list back in the day. Real quick, a lot has happened since 2015. You guys didn't try to fuck this fish while I wasn't looking, right? We're all still sexually neutral on Vaporeon. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Ace and proud.
Also, damn it, Wambu.
Back in the days of Pokemon Black and White, I may have honestly considered listing Vaporeon among my least favorite Pokemon, where the combination of the rest and hydration ability made it the stalliest scoundrel to ever hit a rain team. When the Weather Wars ended a mere generation later, though, I laughed at this guy. Haha, said Wambu.
Live chat was sweating. I bet they were.
No one cares.
Yes, I also legitimately like Vaporeon. I love Vaporeon. Both because look at it, it's really pretty, it's really cute, and it's just really good. And I loved how in the anime, like, it melded into water. It's just a really cool, really good Pokemon. Yeah, sorry, but luckily nowadays, I think its spot for most, like, cursed Pokemon has been changed out because of those leaked stories about, like, Typhlosion and stuff. That was the thing to be revealed.
About you anymore. No one loves your naturally great bulk, or your decent move pool, or your little flippy fins, or your cute little face. Except for me now, actually. Welcome to the team. It's kind of another Iron Tread situation where it took a little while for me to recognize its charisma, but even more than that, it just feels like a nice bulky attacker to have on your team.
good.
A lot of others are brought down by a low HP stat or shoddy moves or a bad typing. Vaporeon has the kind of vibe I want, though. Do what you do with general success and be very cute in the process. Life goals, to be honest.
So good. I think it's close to be my favorite evolution. Like, if I ever did a list of my favorite evolutions, I think it would be number 1. I'm not sure. I would have to go through them all again. Because, like, because Leafeon and Glaceon exist, and they're also amazing.
My history with Furret has been one of deep-seated shame, cathartic exaltation, and harsh reality checks. Namely, no one gives a single speck of a darn if your favorite Pokemon can throw hands. Bad bitches like me will love them if they cute. I spent way too long closeting my love of Furret because teenage to young adult Wamboy believed
Yes, ranking all the evolutions individually, yes.
he needed a utilitarian justification to call a Pokemon a favorite. Furret is special to me for being the one to break me out of that headspace. As my media critic voice has developed over the years, I realize my job is way more fun when I just genuinely observe my own feelings and try to explain them, rather than being shackled by an arbitrary list of normatively good qualities that I must seek out. Furret is the symbol of that change in critical instincts for me, and that's part of why it's been my profile picture on Twitter forever. It's a uniquely adorable design. It's endlessly memeable and has pretty much infinite charm. Further explanation not required. I am no longer the Womboy that naively sought to lend authority to my feelings through a phony lens of objectivity. I had to grow up and realize that what I really want is cute, fluffy aminals.
I completely respect that. I guess in a way, as a reactor, as I've done these videos through over 10 years, basically, at this point, I've also learned to just be myself and like not to be cool or smart or something like that. I've learned to like, you know, just, well, be myself, be more open with my opinions. It's number 13. What's so important about number 13? What does it mean? What does it mean, Wambu? My God, I did not. Oh my God, Typhlosion. Holy shit. Typhlosion. Fuck.
Surprise, motherfucker. Thanks for keeping my secret. You're the only one who knew about this. This joke fucking sucks. I've heard a number of people rag on Johto, especially the starters, for mostly just being boring animals with not much going on conceptually. Generally, I disagree with this. I like a lot of the simple animal Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Typhlosion in particular.
Fucking in Gen 9, we got a Flamingo. Straight up Flamingo. Look at him. I'm probably gonna put this in post. Unless I forget. Editor Johnny, please remember to put a Flamingo up here. Just Flamingo.
Embodies a weirdly modest badassery that I have a really big soft spot for. Like, it's really cool, but still holds on to that underdog appeal. And looking at it from the lens of personal attachment, I think it might genuinely be the first Pokemon I ever developed a hyperfixation on. True story. Once again, I'm playing the dead ass card. When I was in first grade, our teacher had us
You activated my dead ass card.
Draw pictures of what we thought we'd look like as old people. I drew myself as an old man in a wheelchair, and because of my affinity for Typhlosion at the time, I also drew fire shooting out of my back. My teacher was horrified. She hated it. But look, all these years later, I'm 30 and the fire is currently shooting from my head. Baby Wambu made a prediction. So far, he's on the money and I'm living my dream. That first grade teacher ain't shit. More to the
goddamn Hope Core. Wambu, you're on fire. You get it?
point though, I still love this volcano honey badger. It'd be nice if it could maybe be more versatile
Typhlosion don't give a shit.
In battle, but it's getting there. It used to just spam eruption. Now it can spam eruption, but as a ghost type. We're making progress.
Oh, when you found Hope Core memes during making this video, that's amazing. They are so good.
Very slowly, but not at all surely.
Not my favorite fossil Pokemon, but I can see why someone would like this boy. It's really cool.
I don't know if y'all know this, but rock types are peak, and it's a little fucked up that it took this long to get one on the list. The hilariously uneven stats, the waste or get wasted battle properties, the sandstorm special defense buff, the absolutely killer roster. Also stealth rock. Take it from
rock types have a lot of good types. Have a lot of good mons. In Gen 9, I got the Salt Lake boy. I got the little salt block, the little fucking Minecraft thing. I called it Steve. It's actually really freaking good.
from a guy who's made a lot of monotype teams. Rock is so chaotic in every good way. And as for Aerodactyl,
Yeah, that is Rock type's like biggest crux, is that it's weak to so many types. It's not Ice. It's not Ice type, but it's close. Did Steve go bonk? Steve did go bonk. Incredibly much.
this guy is just straightforwardly sick as hell. Whether as a Dragon Dance sweeper, a hazard setter, or a taunting anti-lead, Aerodactyl puts in the work. And look, I don't need every Pokemon I like to be amazing in battle, but let me put it like this. If you had a deep trusting friendship with a really cool, capable, and reliable dinosaur,
Unlike Ice, it actually has resistances. Damn! Damn, you burned Ice! Oh, it's melted. It's melted. Because you burned it so bad. Goddamn.
you'd cherish that forever. Not to oversell the competitive viability here, but like, great speed, good defensive typing, and a move pool that just kind of does whatever you feel like, that's
Yes, you're right, Charizard. Ice resists itself. Good job.
ever gonna be dead weight, no matter how many new levels of broken get introduced. We're almost at 10 generations now. Aerodactyl remains the fossil to beat. Unless Game Freak wants to use my zombie dinosaur design from earlier. Just, you know, gonna throw that one out there as an idea. A while ago, I was asked what the coolest, most badass Pokemon was, purely from a design standpoint.
Okay.
My gut reaction was to be like, that's an impossible question. I refuse to think about it. And then,
wait.
A while ago, I was asked what the coolest, most badass Pokemon was, purely from a design standpoint. My gut reaction was to be like, that's an impossible question. I refuse to think about it. And then I thought about it, and it turns out there's over 1,000 Pokemon now, but only one of them is Torterra.
It's my boy, Torterra! Oh, my love for this fucking island turtle has grown so much throughout the years. I love this guy. So good.
Yeah, I'm happy with this answer. If Typhlosion was my first Pokemon hyperfixation, Torterra was not my second, but I still got obsessed. An earthy snapping turtle with the weight of a continent on its back was so mind-bendingly awesome to young Wambu that it immediately convinced me that I wanted Gen 4, and even more impressively, it convinced me that I wanted Battle Revolution. In a lot of ways, he's the Mon that just defined my connection to the franchise at the time.
Really?
It was my Tort era, as it were. Please don't go. Please don't go. I'll be better. I'll be better. Torterra is one of those mons I love using in battle defiantly in the face of competitive assessment. I'm not about to make the case for Torterra being the new meta because it shouldn't be. A decent move pool, attack, and defense does not make up for middling bulk, a 4 times Ike weakness, a 4 times ice weakness for middling bulk because it shouldn't be.
Wait.
A decent move.
Oh.
You see me fucking.
Why did the cutoff make it funnier?
Pool, attack, and defense does not make up for middling bulk, a 4 times Ike weakness, a 4 times ice weakness, and embarrassing speed.
Okay, cool,
what I am saying is that I'll work with what it's got regardless, because that's what it deserves. It's just that cool. I will make the turtle sweep, and I won't apologize, unless you make me feel like really guilty or some shit. There are some things I probably should apologize for, though. By now, you've probably all heard about the Tort era joke I made that got me into this mess. First of all, let me just say that was—
Let me guess, it was a lapse in your judgment and you highly regret it. You're about to bring out the ukulele.
Taken out of context. And second of all, let me just say, I never claimed to be a perfect person. This is stupid. This is so fucking dumb. I'm moving on. No, I'm cutting it off there.
I also just realized, Wambu, I haven't been predicting a lot of your jokes so far. The brain cells have not aligned as much as before. Ooh. I mean, that's not surprising. It's pretty good. I'm not surprised at all.
I guess at the very least, Ari and I don't need to make ranking some Pokemon starters again countdown featuring Wambu, but it's occasionally broken up by Aerodactyl. This video's got that weirdly specific title covered. Greninja is a Pokemon whose existence just makes me feel more fulfilled in life. There's been so many insanely popular Pokemon that I just don't have much attachment to.
Really?
I needed it to happen once. Just a single time, I needed to totally fall head over heels for a Mon in a way where it becomes an instant fave, and the majority of Pokemon fans are right there with me. A starter Pokemon who's a scourge of the sea on the battlefield and a funky frog friend everywhere else, with a design so killer and full of personality that Masahiro Sakurai wanted it in Smash before X and Y even came out. And if that's just an unsubstantiated rumor and it's not actually true, then, well, did you know Gaming and I are filing for divorce?
Well, aren't I an idiot?
Any Pokemon that gets large acclaim is going to be branded as overrated by some. It's just inevitable. But realistically, one Pokemon has to be the most popular one. And a world where a Pokemon as uniformly fantastic as Greninja at least gets to be in that conversation is a world I'm more than happy to live in. And for all that, it's my favorite Kalos Mon. So here are the other Gen 6
okay, let's see here. No Fennekin. You don't like the Firefox, huh? I'm happy to see Trevenant on there. Cool.
As I love that ultimately missed the list. Take some time to give it a look, though I want to give special mention to Zygarde, who up until recently said, screw my job, I'm going to Hawaii, and then split into like a million babies. That's funny as hell. What an icon.
I just want to say I'm always pissed that Zygarde never got a game. We had X and Y, but no C. We had no C game. And like, we're gonna get it now with the Pokemon Legends CA, but like, they did the boy so dirty. The snake. Why'd you be mean to the snake?
Anyway, we can move on now. The top 10 for this list started off with one of the most beloved Pokemon ever. Next is a slug.
Gastrodon!
If Furret was the one where I closeted my love between walls of pseudo-objectivity, then Gastrodon left cracks in those walls that ultimately led to the crumble over time. Like, even at my most rigid and competitive, I had to realize that a framework of love that doesn't include this guy wouldn't work for me. It's such a simple, special Sluggy with eyes that look like they were drawn by me. It's like the most adorable Pokemon to ever pull off the head empty look. And we even get two drastically different colors based on which coast they come from, which resonates with me as someone who comes from the east side of a western continent. And no, I definitely didn't need Gastrodon to be a good battler, but it kinda is one anyway. Great ability that boosts special attack when hit by water, a good move pool, and some decent bulk has actually given it some competitive use over the years. And seeing it in VGC just puts me well over the moon. Imagine trying to be the best like no one ever was, and you decide this thing is part of your recipe for success. That's amazing. And it is also—
I also love the way he just squishes and squashes and melts all over the place. It's cute. Oh boy. Nazcat Redeemed voice a quote, an impression of Guzzlord from the anime. Let's continue.
Still my favorite Sinnoh Pokemon. Only 2 spots on the list is kinda surprising for a generation that meant so much to me. Lots of honorable mentions, though. An excellent crop of legendaries, some innovative new evolutions for older Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
And my favorite group of—
Oh, wait, you highlighted stuff. Damn it.
Surprise.
Also, yeah, only 2 Gen 4 Pokemon.
For a generation that meant so much to me. Lots of honorable mentions, though. An excellent crop of legendaries, some innovative new evolutions for older Pokemon, and my favorite group of starters will do that. And speaking of legendaries—
this is the first legendary on the list, goddamn! Let's see if Susie's gonna cry some more.
Hey guys, it's Wambu. Oh, and there's—
oh, of course, it's one of the dogs. It's one of the dogs. Is it? Oh, first off, dog. Dog. Second, okay, shield dog or sword dog? I think it's sword dog.
This package right here contains
That's it?
possibly
Oh.
my favorite legendary Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Assuming it's the package I think it is. Let's check it out. And there he is.
The whoop, 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 whoop.
Get a load of the. Hey!
Oh, I do legit love the Reggies. My love for the Reggies have grown a lot over the years, and the lore behind them is really, really cool.
Much like the Evolutions, the Reggies are a big family whose members I all love. And my favorite one is Registeel, who's also
Hey.
my favorite legendary point blank period. To
Ah.
be clear, the guy who goes un is still very awesome. I just
All of their noises in the anime are top freaking tier. Best sound design ever.
prefer the guy who goes. A weird choice, admittedly, but it's my weird choice. Like I said with Treads, the heart wants what it wants, and if it wants one of those golems from Castle in the
Reggie Likey should be changed to Reggie Storm. I mean, both work. I have nightmares of the Reggie during our randomizers with Sue. Oh boy.
sky, I'll boot up Pokemon and
Oh,
grab the
I-
closest thing. Just watch how you move your arms from now on, okay? I'm Jewish enough to be
Oh right, his arm was a bit up in the air originally, I remember.
mindful of the incident. You're on thin ice, bub.
But wait,
If Metagross brought me
Jewish?
around on the Steel type and Umbreon introduced me to the importance of support, then the Iron Age Golem here is the Pokemon that pretty much mentored me on defensive play. I was drawn to it for its slick and stoic design, and I stuck around for its ability to just
I
kind
did
of
not know
tank
that.
whatever. I don't normally like using legendaries, especially not casually. It feels cheap and oftentimes immersion breaking. There is not a single NPC in any of these games who gets it all fussed when you suddenly pull out God on them. That's all I'm saying. Plus,
Yeah.
if earlier experiences are anything to go by, any random Joe Schmo could just will Moltres onto their team if they're mathematically angry enough at a cactus. Registeel is such a major exception, though, because it's not a crazy powerful sweeper. It's a damage sponge, built to help the rest of your squad
Yeah.
succeed over time. And young
a setup.
Wamboy realized how valuable that quality was compared to one super strong guy that carries everyone else. Imagine that, a legendary Pokemon instilling good habits in battle.
Yeah. Another uncommon pick! Sharpedo! We're getting sharks up in here. I mean, yeah, it is a shark. It's a shark torpedo. It's really cool. But yeah, I don't see a lot of people talking about it.
I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not. In slight contrast to what I said last entry, just because a Pokemon is greatly driven by its offense doesn't mean it has to be shallow in design. Sharpedo is a shark and a torpedo named Sharpedo, and every single element of his aesthetic and
Goddamn.
mechanical design is meant to play into that simple hybrid. It's the only Pokemon in
Where tail? No tail. It's propelling by sure anchor.
existence where right from the first second of seeing it, I just immediately understood everything about it and decided that I like it. As a raw attacker, you may not see much success with it, and that's because it's the glass cannon pizza
God damn
situation
it.
again, with incredibly heavy emphasis
How many times we gonna make this goddamn pizza, Wambu?
on the glass this time. Dude folds like a deck of cards to the average Mach Punch, but the speed boost ability it got in Gen 5 allows it to thrive so much more with its true calling. Sharpedo is a late game cleaner. If Registeel helps the team with reposition,
That's so funny how I just played that game recently. I just finished playing that game. That's funny.
Sharpedo is the one that needs to be positioned. Weaken your opponent's team enough, and you got the Hail Mary of Hail Marys to turn an advantageous position into an overwhelming victory. It's just a devastating death by shark
Made
attack.
all the way through the crime scene cleaner. By oh yeah, you did. I hope you liked it. Hope it was a good recommendation. Thanks for introducing me to it. Hey, no problem, dude. It was pretty cool, right? Like story's a bit. It's there, and they could have done more with it. But like the game itself and everything, really good.
WinCon, that's so fun to unleash when you pull it off right. Imagine you're playing chess, but if your opponent misplays enough times to get eaten by the Megalodon. Simple, efficient brutality. What a perfect creature.
Yeah. It would be so funny if it turned out that Slowpoke was #1. That would be so goddamn funny. Whimsicott! so soft and fluffy.
God damn it. I knew I used the perfect creature line prematurely. If you're a
Yay.
casual Pokemon fan, then Whimsicott is just the most adorable fluffy little guy. And if you're a
So
competitive Pokemon fan, then you know that Whimsicott is a hell-sent little miscreant. And you don't care at all, because it's the most adorable fluffy little guy. With an ability that gives priority to non-attacking moves, it makes every Leech Seed, Substitute, Tailwind, and Encore a new wall of annoyance that Whimsy here could just throw up with ease. And yet
Aw.
every trollish element of its fighting style is perfectly offset by its natural charisma and, well, whimsy. I've never encountered a mon so annoying yet so impossible to be mad at. This right here, this is the energy I want to completely embody someday. Cozy,
yeah.
cute, full of big smiles and good vibes, and only monstrous in ways that are generally pretty harmless.
You never understood this fluffy abundance? Well, I was about to say it's a sheep, but I don't think it's a sheep. I don't remember what it's based on. But seriously, here's the argument. It's cute. It's cute and fluffy. Very huggable. It's partially based on sheep. Okay, I was partially right. Pineapple on pizza, good. Okay, first off, oh, Hitmontop. Cool. And also, Aegis, we're not... Look, we already have enough weird takes in here, okay? Don't come in with yours. Hitmontop!
On one end,
Oh, also, just real quick, isn't the evolution method to get Hitmontop, like, really weird? I remember the Hitmontop, evolution method is just really strange. Also, hello, Ryder!
there's the vibes I aspire to, and on the other is the vibes I feel I can relate to. I'll expand on that in a second, but first things first. Hitmontop is maybe the most versatile battler I've ever had the pleasure of using, with
Really?
abilities and a move pool that allow it to perfectly slot into a million roles. It has plenty of priority moves to make use of Technician.
Attack and defense have to be equal by the time it hits level 20. I guess you have to use items to make sure that happens?
Bulk Up is great for a defensive setup, and it thrives in a double battle support role thanks to Fake Out, Wide Guard, Rapid Spin, plus the Intimidate ability as an equally good, if not better, alternative. If this list was purely based on how much I love using the Mons in battle, I think Hitmontop would be number one. So as a battler, he gets top marks. Top marks? Why did I write that? Am I like...
Out!
Am I slowly degenerating into a dad? What is happening? Here's the key thing, though. He doesn't look like much of a fighter. He doesn't look particularly bulky, strong, or fast, especially not compared to most of his fighting contemporaries. He's got kind of a gut, and a wide face, and big feet, and noodly little arms. But
He's doing the Goblin Squad a lot. Like, heh.
at the risk of sounding very corny, that's why he's so inspiring to me. He may not look like a strong fighter, but he is one of the most
Aw.
capable out there, in fact. Now, I am someone who is self-conscious about my body. It's why I've never shown my face or anything. As far as y'all are concerned, this is my face, and I can just get rid of it. Behind the scenes, though,
I do get that. I'm very self-conscious about mine as well, and I wish I could do more to like work at it. So I get you.
appearance and personality-wise, I often feel like a silly doofus. So I see myself in Hitmontop, and I remember that the silly doofy of the world have amazing things to offer too. Hitmontop isn't just super fun, he's personally inspiring and affirming to me, and thus he's my favorite Johtomon. So here's the honorable...
First off, hey, Johtomon, Gen 2 is done, and also I cannot actually think of a Pokemon that I connect with on that sort of level, but I know everyone has one, and I like it's really beautiful when you're able to see like a character or a creature in a media like Pokemon and just be able to connect with them in that way. It's really cool. Let's see here. I mean, lots of good picks for honorable mentions.
mentions from Gold and Silver. And
Susan
yes,
crying
my
about
long
it.
retired avatar Azumarill.
Yeah, you've really been using a lot of, like, Pokemon has really been tied to you a lot, even if you didn't make a lot of videos on your channel about Pokemon, because, you know, you have 2 whole Pokemon avatars now.
Was narrowly cut from the list. And I only draw attention to that because I know someone will if I don't. Moving on.
That's fair. Hey, chat. I heard y'all like Mudkips. Look at the little doofus.
So, I heard I like mud.
God fucking damn it! There it is! Don't bug me. That was the joke! That was the brain cells aligning! There it was! But you beat
No.
Kips. You guys like that reference? You like those memes from like... Hold on.
Oh no, Wambu, don't do this to me. Wambu, don't you dare do this to me. Please, don't you do this to me.
2005?
I'm about to go fucking desist. Bye! What the fuck what did that mean? I am about to desist. What does that mean? Charizard, you will see. I'm out. Game is stream done. I'm fucking dead. Bye. You really did do it to me. God damn it. Also, what the hell did that mean? I'm about to desist. The hell does that mean? Sometimes I don't know what the hell I'm about to say. It's what you get for being a fossil. Bitch, I'm same age as you. You said you were 30? I'm 32. No, not 32, but 30 as well.
Even though I've singled out Mudkip here, I'm including the whole line really, so Marshtomp and Swampert both get the spot too. It was the first Pokemon in any main series game that I chose, and to this day, I feel such a strong sense of loyalty to it. The Gen 3 starters are my second favorite starter group behind Gen 4, and while Trico and Torchic are great mons in their own right, I'm mentally incapable of picking them because I want Mudkip on my team so consistently. Between the excellent typing, reliable stats, versatile move pool, and adorable face, picking otherwise feels wrong. Like I'm giving up too much value, both in terms of my team's strength and my general morale. Every other starter, including the others I talked about on this list, if I really want to, I can avoid choosing them for the sake of diversifying every playthrough.
Yeah.
Not this one. I've picked it dozens of times now, I've never regretted it, and at this point, I don't think I ever will.
I don't think I've ever actually done a Gen 3 playthrough with Mudkip. It's always either been Trico or Torchic. Don't think I ever actually tried Mudkip. I should change that next time I play Omega Ruby. That was the name. You should. Mudkip is my guy. I will. Whenever I replay Omega Ruby, I'm gonna pick that guy.
Crazy that there's only one option. It's entire. Sorry guys, I'm still not strong enough.
God
It
damn
might
it.
have narrowly missed the top 3, but truly my love for this creature can't be
Soul Link
overstated.
Nuzlocke.
We've seen a lot
Baby!
of starters on the list already. We've seen a lot of water types on the list already. We've seen a lot of Gen 3 Pokemon on the list already. And
Yeah.
Mudkip tops all 3 of those categories for me. Given that Gen 3 is my favorite roster of Pokemon, that's saying something. Trust me, there were some really
Wait, we're not done with Gen 5 yet. I just realized there's still more Gen 5 Pokemon on the way, if I remember correctly. Anyway, sets I place again, says get Bloom, Spinda. Alright. Flycon, Claydol, Amala Absol. Okay. I wonder who my Gen 5 I wonder.
painful cuts
wonder.
here. Also, yes, I did go through a Spinda hyperfixation when I was really
The one I questioned was the one you pointed out.
young. Frankly, the less y'all know about that, the better. Most of y'all didn't know me back then, and you should be counting your blessings for it. Now on to the top 3.
Doggy.
I can't put my dog Rocky on the list, right? I know he's not a Pokemon, but hear me out. He's so cute, and he does a great job. I think he deserves number 1.
Yeah.
Still no? Okay, well, I'll settle on the next best thing.
Like and run. I personally prefer the midnight version because werewolf.
One way or another, a Rocky dog is landing on the list. I should probably clarify here that unlike the last entry, I'm not talking about the whole line. Lycanroc Midday is my 3rd favorite Pokemon, with Dusk form being ever so marginally behind, and Midnight can have a participation ribbon and a sugar cookie.
Oi. Don't diss the werewolf boy like that. Also, isn't Dawn like an exclusive Pokemon you could only get at like one time? Isn't it like impossible to get Dusk now?
remember seeing Rockruff back in 2016 and thinking, this guy will either become a dumb, edgy werewolf or a cool, regular wolf. I really wanted the latter, but
Both of them.
we ended up getting both anyway, so now I get to be happy, and so do the freaks. This is a really strange one to
Hey! I like werewolves! It's cool and edgy! I surprisingly like a lot of edgy things.
qualify because it's a seemingly ordinary Pokemon landing all the way in the top 3. But if you've ever seen a creature in
How
fiction
dare
that
you? I have, for your information, I have not read one AO3 fanfic in my life. So, heh.
just perfectly mush together a bunch of the qualities you love, then I think you can empathize. It sort of goes back to what I was saying about modest badassery in the Typhlosion entry. Sometimes simple dignity is just the way to go.
I hear that Okami music, the Rising Sun, Okami Remastered, Okami 2! Ah! Okay, sorry.
Lycanroc is an animal I adore, packing one of my favorite types, and gets a good amount of mechanical and narrative attention from the devs and writers, and isn't brought down by any gratuitously silly or over-the-top design elements. It's distinct but down-to-earth enough visually that I love it the same way I love real-life canines. I can make this easier, actually. I feel about Lycanroc midday how like 90% of people feel about red pandas and axolotls. Just a vague love-at-first-sight kind of deal that only reinforced itself more the longer this guy stuck around.
There's an axolotl on the front door. Sorry. I heard that axolotl song on TikTok and it's stuck in my head. It's so cute and so good.
Nowadays, having a dog named Rocky probably helped too. And I guess fitting enough, this is
Did you name your dog Rocky because of Lycanroc, or was it just a total coincidence?
my favorite Sun and Moon Pokemon. So here's the Alola honorable mention.
That's the Alola one. Goliath that's good. He came with that name. Oh, he came with that name. Oh, okay. Palosand. Palosand is really cool and really dark once you read his dex entries. Savali, Meteor, Tokidemaru, cool. The Helico and Marshadow. I don't know how to feel about Marshadow. Like, it's a little shadow guy, but I don't really know how to feel about Marshadow. Maybe it's because I didn't really feel that much about the Sun and Moon, like legendaries and mythics, besides the main ones.
A smaller list admittedly, but make no mistake, I do love this generation. So, how do you think we improve from here? What? Why are you looking at me? You got something to say? What's the problem? Why are you staring? Stop it! Why are you looking at me?
There we go! Oh shit, that's the outro music. Oh, okay, well, guess we're done now. Bye!
Oh, I see. The Pokemon I liked so much that I stole its identity. I can see how that might be a predictable pick, actually. To be honest, I don't know if Chandelure would have ranked this high had I not decided to make myself a green version of it all those years ago. I mean, it was always my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. A super cool typing with an incredible design, extensive move.
And the crowd is not surprised at all. Johnny, yeah, I was right! Actually, I just realized I was right! This means that the Gen 1 is the top one!
Move pool and special attack for days.
Prediction
And yet
master.
it wasn't until I saw it in Pokken that I noticed how charming and uniquely expressive
So you're like super cold right at the beginning. It was basically just the vibes. It was just my gut feeling, bruh. My gut feeling.
it is. So then I became it. For all the other entries, I talked about the general impact.
Wait.
It wasn't until I saw it in
Okay. Do you know which mon is my number one? Again, I'm kind of on the theory that it's Slowpoke because it's in the transition screen. Okay, if I had to pick another one, a Gen 1. We actually haven't seen a... I just realized. Have we seen any Gen 1 Pokemon on the list? I don't think we have. Unless I forget. No, my mind keeps sticking to Slowpoke. Oh, Starmie. Right. Starmie and Aerodactyl Report. I'm stupid. I'm blind. Clearly. Also, I'm so used to seeing me with glasses now that seeing me without glasses is kind of weird. Like, I'm so used to this now. I just noticed that. But yeah, Starmie, Aerodactyl, Vaporeon. Yeah, I'm... Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I keep thinking it's Slowpoke. I cannot wait to be proven wrong. Anyway. No, Susie! No! No. Anyway, I wanna hear Wambu doing his little goblin giggle again.
Pokken that I noticed how charming and uniquely expressive it is. So then I became it. For all
I love that little goblin giggle.
All the other entries, I talked about the general impact these mons have had on me throughout my life. Chandelure is the only one where I feel like I kind of returned the favor in a way and made my own impact on it. Since I first made it my avatar back in 2016, I've had so many people tell me that they just intrinsically relate this Pokemon to me. They tag me in fan art of it. They name their own personal Chandelures after me. My favorite Pokemon fan game, Infinite Fusion, has me in it as an alternate Chandelure.
Wait, really? You can get me by fusing two Chandelure. That's so cool. What?
Sprite. I got to make my mark on this guy in a way that I haven't with any other Pokemon, and maybe one day Game Freak will just shut me down for that. They'll be like, Wambu, you can't greenify our intellectual property anymore. And that'd be fair enough, but regardless, I love Chandelure, and
I think you talked about at one point that if you had to change it, you would like keep the general aesthetic, but just do enough changes that it cannot be like that it's just not a Chandelure anymore, but you would like do small changes.
love being Wambu. I wouldn't want to spend 10 years being anybody else. So here are the Gen 5 honorable mentions.
Okay, let's see here. Scolipede, good one. Lilligant, yeah. Pharaoh, I have not played Black and White yet, and I really want to, because it has so many cool Pokemon like Ferrothorn. I really want to try a grass steel type. It's a giant, it's so cool.
Mentions, and despite it all, we've still got one more entry. So without further ado,
Jolteon! Honestly, I would not have seen that coming. But base choice. Again, it's a Pokemon I do not see a lot of people talking about. Even in conversation about evolutions, I don't see a lot of people talking about Jolteon. So, base choice.
it topped my list of Gen 1 Pokemon all the way back in 2015, and about a decade later, it's topping my list of all-time faves as well. And explaining why feels like trying to explain why Ash loves that Pikachu so much, or why I love Rocky more than any other dog. Like, he's mine, and I picked him, and I love him. I don't know what else to say. I'm not the obsessive Pokemon fanatic I once was, but in all my favorite memories with the franchise, Jolteon is consistently there. It was the mon that made me interested in competitive play to begin with. It's been there with me in my favorite games on some of my best teams, be they casual, competitive, or even in fan games. Every time I've slotted it onto any of my teams, it's always pulled its weight and then some, which is crazy because I used to make the dumbest teams on the planet. And yeah, this is also my favorite Pokemon design. It's so simple, but so prideful and happy, with only the occasional bout of high voltage rage. I even have way—
My only gripe about its design, it's too spiky. This means I can't hug it. Because all of the electric spikes, unless it can like a porcupine, like lower its spikes, so you can't hug it. Too. Oh boy. Susie and Wambu just went at me. How can I hug it? You can literally pet it. Too boom.
Way too much Jolteon paraphernalia. A Jolteon mug, a Jolteon pin, a Mimikyu disguised as Jolteon, 2 of the same Jolteon plush that I got from 2 separate friends, and I kept them both because they're twins now. I don't know, I've been enamored with it from day one, and through the best of times, it's stuck with me. There's been a lot of truly incredible Pokemon, including these other guys.
You can't call him too spiky, and look at you like Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh my god, I did not know that single comment would trigger that much.
It's from Gen 1, and yet, after all these years,
oh yeah, Charizard at the top there. Lots of good choices. I love Ninetales, like partially because of its mythological background. Also just because it's plain pretty and beautiful.
truly incredible Pokemon, including these other guys from Gen 1. And yet, after all these years, not one that I like more than Jolteon. We're going on to Generation 10 now. The future is bound to bring more highs, but for me personally, the very best, like no one ever was, has been there since the beginning. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon, that is the foolish perspiration of Peggle win with Jolteon. And that's my list. If you were a fan of Ice, Poison, or Generation 8, then you guys got snubbed hardcore.
Oh god, yeah, there were no poison. Oh wow. You're hating on poison types?
But hey, those were my honest faves, so y'all could just take the L, or let the world know your faves as well, if you're feeling plus attack minus speed enough. I love you all. Thanks for sticking with me, and take care.
Hell yeah. Just sitting. Look, I'm just sitting. Man, it just makes me want to do my own, like, top 10 Pokemon lists. Just no idea which one to do first, if it's like by generation or by type or whatever. I really want to do more top 10 videos, do more top 10s. They're still sitting under my monitor. Can you boop in for me? Can you, like, just give him a little boop for me? I would love that. Hell yeah. Thank you for booping in, Wambu. And thank you so much for watching. Haha, that's a segue. Please look at all these amazing people here who are still supporting me on Patreon for some reason. And okay. As always, first off, the original link to the video by Wambu is still in the description below. Go and click support this boy because he deserves it. If you want to, and if you can, like, either here on Twitch or on my Patreon, only if you can afford it. That's awesome post edit. All those. Oh my god! Look at all these people. If you can't afford. Thank you so much for the support. But yeah, I think everything I've had to say has already been said in this video. It's just really freaking good. That's an awesome video as always. Hey, Chris Music Reporter, you came way late. We just finished the video. Yeah, great video as always. It had some great picks in there. Some I did not see coming at all, like some real surprise picks. A couple of like kind of a weird out-of-pocket picks, but hey, you know what? We're here for it. Love you too, Wambu. You too. Like seriously, you do amazing work. And just to repeat it again, realizing that I did not say it at the top of the video, but just congratulations, Wambu, for 10 years of being the Wambu here on YouTube. We appreciate you, we love you, and we cannot see what else you're gonna do. You inspire people with your content. Hell, you're one of the main reasons why that I want to get into top 10 videos as well. You and Green Scorpion both are like my main inspirations for wanting to make top 10 videos. I think that my first ones are gonna be a Pokemon because it's the ones that I know the most, knows the best. But yeah, I really want to get into it. It's fun. I remember, Oscar is the he really freaking is. Oh, I'm banned in strict. Okay, Susie. No. But until next time, my dear friends, thank you also very much for watching. My name is JohnnyFerno. Thank you also very much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.